Your egg sits on top of your dad's feet on a frozen island near Antarctica, while winds scream past at 180 kilometers per hour. Welcome to life. It's cold, it's loud, and it only gets worse from here. Your parents take turns standing completely still for 55 days straight, balancing you on their feet like some kind of weird circus act. 55 days. That's almost 2 months of just standing there and not moving, because if they drop you even once, you're done. A bird called a skua is watching from above, waiting for exactly that moment. Your dad shifts his weight wrong one time and boom, your lunch. But let's say everything goes perfectly, and finally, you break out of your shell. Congratulations, you're alive. Now the real nightmare starts. You're tiny, wet, and freezing. Your first meal comes from your mom, who throws up fish into your mouth. Delicious. And then she just leaves. She walks away without looking back because she needs to find more food. So now it's your dad's job to keep you alive. He tucks you under his belly and stands there on his feet. For the next few weeks, you don't go anywhere. You just stay pressed against your dad's warm belly, eating fish vomit whenever your mom comes back from her ocean trips. This is your life now. You're 2 weeks old, and you've already seen nothing, done nothing, and gone nowhere. Then you start exploring. Big mistake. You step away from your dad's feet for the first time and immediately realize everyone around you is insane. There are 200,000 penguins crammed into the smallest possible space, all screaming at each other constantly. It's like the worst apartment building ever, except there are no apartments, just ice, rocks, and bird-related violence everywhere. You try to walk past your neighbor and he stabs you with his beak. You didn't do anything wrong. You just existed near him, but that's enough. Every single penguin defends their tiny square meter of frozen ground like it's prime real estate in the city. You're getting attacked by strangers just for walking around. This is your neighborhood now. Within weeks, you're too big to hide under your parents' bellies anymore, so you're just standing out in the open while adult penguins peck at you for no reason. Your parents keep leaving you alone because they both have to find food at the same time. You try to find shelter with some random adult penguin who looks nice, but she shoves you away immediately. Nobody wants you around. You're homeless in a city of penguins and everyone hates you. So you find other chicks who are also getting bullied and you form a group. It's called a kindergarten, which sounds cute until you realize it's actually just a bunch of terrified baby penguins huddling together while their parents are gone for days, sometimes weeks. You're standing in a crowd of equally miserable kids, all of you freezing and hungry, waiting for your parents to come back with food. And not every parent comes back, because here's the thing. Your parents have to swim out into the ocean to find fish. And in that ocean, there's a leopard seal. It's 4 meters long, it's fast, and it loves eating penguins. Your mom has to dodge this thing every single time she goes fishing. And while she is out there, you just have to wait and hope you hear her voice calling for you in the crowd. Let's say she survives. She swims back to the island, waddles through 200,000 screaming penguins, gets stabbed by several neighbors, and finally finds you in the kindergarten. She throws a fish into your mouth, and then she's gone again. That's parenting in the penguin world. Show up, vomit, leave. This goes on for months. You grow bigger, eating fish vomit and standing in a crowd of other chicks. You think things are bad now? Wait until winter comes. Winter in South Georgia is not a joke. Temperatures drop below minus 15 degrees and stay there, and you're a fluffy baby penguin standing outside in it. No shelter, no parents, just you and 10,000 other freezing chicks pressed together trying not to die. Your parents leave before winter even starts because the fish migrate away from the island. So they have to follow the fish, which means they leave you behind with whatever fat reserves you've built up. If you didn't eat enough during the summer, you're not making it through winter. Simple as that. You stand there in the kindergarten with your friends, and every single day you get a little bit thinner. Your fat reserves are running out, you're starving, and the skuas know it. They walk around the kindergarten looking for chicks who are too weak to fight back. You watch them pick off the skinny kids one by one. You're next if you get too weak to fight back. Some chicks don't make it. They just fall over and stop moving. The skuas eat them right there in front of everyone. You're standing next to your friend from kindergarten, and the next day he's just gone. Eaten, dead. That's winter. If you survive, it's only because your parents managed to fatten you up enough before they left, and because they come back right before you completely run out of energy. They storm the beach after months at sea, waddle up to the kindergarten, and start screaming your name. You scream back, and that's how you find each other in the crowd of thousands. But not everyone gets lucky. Some parents come back and scream for hours, and nobody answers. Their chick didn't make it. It starved, or got eaten, or just gave up. The parents stand there calling into the crowd, and the voice they're waiting for is gone forever. Then they just leave. They have to start over again. That's the deal. But your parents do find you, so congratulations. You survived winter. Now you get to spend another whole summer eating fish vomit while you grow your adult feathers. Your baby fluff falls off in chunks, and you look ridiculous. Half baby, half adult, fully awkward. You walk around the colony practicing wing flaps even though you can't fly. You'll never fly. Those wings are for swimming, which you also don't know how to do yet. Nobody teaches you anything. There are no swimming lessons, no fishing tutorials. One day you just have to walk into the ocean and figure it out. You're about 1.5 years old when your parents finally stop feeding you. They just stop coming back. You're on your own now. Time to fish. You go to the beach with a bunch of other young penguins who also have no idea what they're doing. The waves are huge. The water is freezing. And somewhere out there, a leopard seal is waiting. Some penguins take one look at the waves and turn around. Smart choice, because the ones who jump in without thinking, sometimes they don't come back out. A giant petrel is flying overhead, watching for exactly this moment. Young penguins who are too weak or too stupid get smashed by the waves, and the petrel grabs them before they even know what happened. Your parents spent over a year feeding you, protecting you, and keeping you alive through winter, and you can die in your first 30 seconds in the ocean, just like that. One bad wave, one wrong move, and you're done. All that effort, wasted. But you jump and make it past the waves. You're swimming now. You don't really know where you're going, but you're moving. You'll spend the next 3 years out here in the ocean, traveling thousands of kilometers, learning how to hunt, and avoiding leopard seals. 3 years of just wandering around the Southern Ocean trying not to die. And then, after all that, you come back to South Georgia to breed. You find a partner, you do a little dance, and then the whole cycle repeats. Except now you're the one doing the work. This is your life now. Back and forth. Ocean to colony, fish to chick, over and over and over, and it gets worse. When your chick is about 4 months old, fish start migrating. You have to follow them, which means leaving your chick behind. You fattened it up as much as you could, but now you have to abandon it in the kindergarten and hope it survives winter. If it doesn't, you'll come back to silence, no voice answering your calls. Just nothing. But if you lose your chick, there's a tiny silver lining. You can start breeding earlier next season. That's the consolation prize for losing your kid. You get to try again faster. Isn't that great? And if you do everything perfectly, you might raise one chick every 2 years. One chick. Every 2 years. That's what you get for all this suffering. Meanwhile, some birds lay eggs in a cozy nest and feed their babies worms from the backyard. But not you. You're a king penguin. And here's the best part. You'll live for 20 years doing this. 20 years of the same cycle. Ocean, colony, egg, chick, winter. Repeat. No vacation, no break, just penguin city, freezing temperatures, and fish vomit forever. And the only reward for surviving all of this is getting to do it again next year. So yeah, being a king penguin absolutely sucks. If you ever think your life is hard, just remember, at least you're not a king penguin.